Hey, what's up everybody? In this tutorial, we're going to learn a new technique that you can use in Adobe Illustrator using the mockup tool to add tattoos to your subject. So this is kind of a niche thing, but I thought it would be interesting to the community because Illustrator isn't first and foremost known for things like photography. It's mostly vector and whatnot, but the mockup tool really is a game changer when it comes to creating your assets. So the things you're going to need is you're going to need a photograph that you placed into an Illustrator file. Now, one important tip for this is you're going to want to make sure that it's a CMYK Illustrator file. RGB might not work the way you're expecting, so I changed mine over to CMYK. I also have a vector asset, as you can see, and I have a texture pattern that is kind of a stock texture that I've brought in. We'll talk about that a little later. So it's really easy to use this tool. You're going to need to do a few things to start. I went ahead and opened my mockup and my transparency tabs here in my panels. So to do that, you can go to Window and you can look for the word mockup, and then you can scroll all the way down and look for the word transparency. Once those are open, you're really ready and set to go. What you're going to do is you're going to grab your tattoo and you're going to arrange it over the person. Now, the idea here is we want to almost complete a displacement map of this vector around this young lady. And we're really kind of looking for placement and sizing and things like that. Once you have the overall placement in, if we go to our layers panel, you're going to see I have my vector and I have my image. Now, what I like to do is I like to select my image first with my left mouse button, and then I'm going to hold down the Control or Command key and select the vector. These are important things to select in groups, and if you've done it correctly, you're going to notice it says Create Mockup in your window. You can also find the Mockup tool here under Object Mockup. This is the same thing. I just prefer the nice little window, just the interface is a little nicer. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Create Mockup, and we're going to let it process that. And essentially what it's doing is creating a displacement map for the vector. As this processes through, it's going to go ahead and, as you can see, wrap the image around the young lady. It gives us this ellipse as our guide where we can stretch the image, and occasionally it will go over the border, and that's all right, or we can turn the image upside down and really just experiment with different placements on the person. So you can see it's rolling with that image. Now, the image will break eventually because it's based on contrast, but the idea is you're going to get a pretty good placement idea as you go. So we can kind of scale this in a little bit. And this is going to give you a much better result than just simply placing the flat image on the arm alone. Then what I like to do is set my blending mode for the tattoo to something like darken, multiply, or color burn. That's just going to give us a little more realistic result. We're going to lower the opacity, which is great. This, again, is a mock-up. It's not meant to be 100% realistic like Photoshop, but I want to add a little bit of texture to this because, again, this is too perfect, too flat. I want it, to kind of have that skin-like feel. And this is where our texture map comes in. What I'm going to do is actually drag the image on top of my mock-up layer, and we'll kind of just make sure it's scaled appropriately. And this is good to do once you get the placement. And we're going to grab the vector image and then control click the kind of skin-like texturing. And we're going to go to transparency, make mask. And now you have a beautiful mask. And I always like to take clip off here. You can reverse it, but you can see it gives it that better look. And there you have it. You have a beautiful tattoo. Great for mock-ups, placement, adding to your imagery, really easy. And again, just to show you one more time, here's another image because this image is a little lighter and we're showing you with a color image. Let's do the same thing. We're going to grab that tattoo. We're going to adjust it, so to speak. There we have it. And we're going to grab our image and then our tattoo. And we're going to go to that mock-up tool and hit Create Mockup. let that run, give it a few seconds. And again, depending on the size of your image, this is going to work better or worse. The bigger image is obviously going to give you longer wait times, but it's going to give you a better overall result. I want to make sure that image is in the same sublayer as our tattoo to make it work. Something that may happen with you all. Then I'm going to select this and set it to, like we said, multiply, adjust it, and there you have it, everybody. This quick tutorial showed you how to mock up your own tattoos on your subjects. I hope you enjoy it and put it to creative use. See you in the next tutorial.